Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about token and its type in Java language. Now, the definition of a token is it can be defined as each individual component of a Java program in such a way that it carries some meaning and takes part in effective execution of the program. Now you can compare the token to be a word in the English language. Like in English language, each word has got a meaning. It may be a part of the speech. In the same way, in Java language, each token has got a specific meaning and it take part in a effective execution of the program. Now the different types of tokens that we use in Java are literals, identifiers, keywords, punctuators, and operators. Now, with the help of a Java program, let us understand more about tokens. Now you can see this is a simple program to find the sum of two numbers. Now you can see I have first declared the class, that is public class PRG. Then I'm using opening curly braces. Then I write public static void main. Then I'm using round parenthesis. Then I'm using again the curly braces, that is for the opening of the method block. Then I have int a equals to 5, comma b equals to 7, semicolon. Then I write in C semicolon. Then I am writing C equals to A plus B semicolon. Then my next statement is system.out.println parenthesis opens semicolon starts sum is double quotes end, and then I write plus C, then the parenthesis is closing, then I have my semicolon. Then the closing of the method block with the help of the closing curly braces. Again I'm closing the last curly braces, that is for the closing of the class block. Now here you can see that my identifiers are the class name. Like PRG is the name of the class, it's an identifier. Sum. Now you need to remember whenever you write a method, it should be followed with the two brackets. Round bracket that indicates the opening and the close bracket together represents that the word before it is a method. So when I write the name of the method, I'm writing sum, opening round bracket, and then the closing round bracket. So name of the class is an identifier, method name is an identifier, A, B, and C, which are three variables, they are also identifiers. So with the help of identifier, I'm identifying different parts of the program. Literals are the constant values. Here you can see the value assigned to A. 5 is a literal, 7 is a literal, Stuart, which is within double quote, it is also a literal. Single quote X, it is also a character literal. Double quote Stuart is a string literal. 13.8 is a floating or double literal. Now we have the next type of token, that is operators. Now as of you know that plus stands for the sum of two values. To add it we use the plus operator. Minus is to find the difference of two numbers. Then the asterisk is for the multiplication of two numbers. Now the slash and modulus. Now the slash is used to find the quotient of a number and modulus gives the remainder of a number. So if I write 6 by 4, it will give me 1 as the quotient, and if I write 6 mod 4, it will give me the remainder 2. Let's go for the next part. Now here you can see the keywords. Keywords are words which have got specific meaning in the Java language and they cannot be used as an identifier. So over here, public class, static void, int, system out, println, these are all keywords. They have got specific reserved meaning in my Java program. Now here you see the punctuators, that is the comma that is used to divide different variables, round parenthesis which is always followed by the word indicating that it is a method. You can see sum is a method, that is why it is having round parenthesis. Println is another method for printing value, so it is also having round parenthesis. You can see over here that before some double quotes I'm having a parenthesis, after C also I'm having the round parenthesis closed. Curly bracket, they are for the method block. For the class block, I am using curly bracket. Then for the method block also, I am using curly brackets. Semicolon, it is used after the end of a statement. Now you can see it is also called as a terminator because where the semicolon comes, it means that the statement has finished over there. Anything you write after it will not be executed. So you can see after initializing A and B variable, I am putting a semicolon. After declaring variable C, I am putting a semicolon again over here. When initializing C with the value, assigning C with the value of A plus B, I am using semicolon. Then we have the dot operator. You can see system.out.println. Now dot is used to differentiate between a class and a method. That is why you can see between system and out the dot operator is used. Again between out and println the dot operator is used. Let us go to see this simple Java program. Let us execute it. Now I have already written it in my Java editor window. You can see it's the same program. Now when we compile it, we'll see the output. I right click it, void sum. You can see in my terminal window, it gives me the sum of 5 and 7. Now this was my program. A equals to 5, B equals to 7. So C will show the value of A and B, the sum of A and B. So you can see I'm printing. Now let us see some basic differences. Now over here, sum within double quotes, it is a string value, and plus over here is the concatenation operator used to add the string value with the variable. Now you can add a string value with a variable, you can add a string value with another variable with another string value using the concatenation operator. Like I can write it a little bit more expanded. Out dot println, I write over here. Now I give, first I'm writing the variable A plus is, you can write in this way alternately. Suppose I write double quote A equals to, and then after the string value I'm adding the concatenation operator plus, then I am using my variable. Now here you can see A within double quotes is a string value, that is why it is in green color. Now A after that the concatenation operator is a variable, so it looks in black color. Now in the editor window you can see different colors are given to different tokens, like the keywords are in brown color or red color, you can see. Then you can see the identifiers, they are in black color, so you can distinguish between them. And then the class block is in blue color, the method block is in orange color. So you can see you can differentiate between them in the editor window. After that again I write one more string. I'm writing B equals to plus B. So B within double quotes is a string value. After using the concatenation operator, it becomes the variable out of the double quotes. So when I compile it, you will see it will give me a different result completely. You can see as per our program. Now the output is sum is 12, A equals to, so anything that I write within the double quotation will not change, but the values will change depending on the variable. Now I'll change the value of A to 3 and B's value to 5. Now you will see nothing will change in my terminal window, only you will see the values of the variables will change. So this was the previous value. I compile it. After that, when I run the program again, you can simply see that the values have changed. Sum has now become 8, A's value is 3 and B equals to 5. Now let us see, suppose I try to save a decimal value in the variable A and B, and then I compile it. It will show me an error. Now it shows an error which says that incompatible type. Now this is something that you need to remember. When you assign a variable, when you're declaring a variable, before this let us know the difference between declaration of a variable and initialization of a variable. So in initialization, in declaration, now here you can see I write over here, I'll just change it to A, comma B. Now here this part is declaration of the variable. Now what do you mean by declaration of variable? That means you specify the variable will be of which data type and it will have what type of values in it and what type of associated functions can happen on it. Now here I do the initialization of A to be 3 and B to be 5. Now you can see this second line is my initialization of variable. Now initialization of variable means assigning values to the variable. So the difference between declaration and initialization is that in declaration you specify that the variables will belong to which type of data type and what will be the associated functions and what type of values they can hold. But in initialization you give the initial values to the variable. So now I'll compile it. You can see. Now you can see I have initialized the values of A to 3 and B to 4, 5. So I compile it. Now it will give me the output, the same output that we had previously. Now suppose I change my values of A to 3.5 and 5 to 5.6, and when I compile it you can see it shows me an error which says that incompatible type possible lossy conversion from double to int. Now it is saying the reason, since I have declared my variable a and b to be of integer type, that is why when I use a precision value it will show the loss of value because only integer values can be saved in integer variable. So in that case I need to change my data type to double if I want to hold precision value, and then again the sum should also be changed, otherwise the same problem will be there. C will have the same problem because it will be storing the sum of two double type of values. So we need to change the data type of C to double also. Now when I compile it, you can see for yourself the output. Now you can see the output here it shows is 9.1, 3.5 added to 5.6. So again let us recapitulate what we have understood in this video today. They are tokens are individual components of a Java program in such a way that it carries some meaning and takes part in effective execution of the program. Now the tokens are of literal, identifiers, keyword, punctuators, and operators. Now in the program you can see all the tokens are used at different places and they have got different meanings. You can see the class name, function name, variable name are the identifier. Literals are the constant values. Operators are plus, minus, into, division, modulus. Now keywords, specific meaning are associated to particular words and they cannot be used as identifiers. So public, static, class, void, int, system out, println, these are all keywords. Punctuators are comma, semicolon, curly braces, round parenthesis, dot, all. So you can see all the tokens together form a Java program. One more thing that we need to remember is that when we write a Java program, we need to be very careful about the data types that we associate to a variable, because depending on that, the related functions and the values can be stored. So it is very important when you declare a variable. Now declaration of a variable means you declare that this variable will be of this particular data type and it can hold values according to that, as well as associated functions as per that. Like when I have precision values, I need to use double. If it is having only integer values, then I need to write int data type. So character, if you're having a character variable, in that case you need to write c char char c within single quotes. You can now, let me tell you, you can declare and initialize the, you can declare now, since I've used c over here, that is why it's showing a clash that already, so I'll change the name to ct. So you can also declare your variable and initialize it in the same line also. Declaration and initialization can be done in the same line also. But you need to remember, when you're initializing character variable, it should be within single quotes, a single variable. Suppose you are saving a string type of value, in that case, within double quotation, you need to specify your word, or it can be a sentence, but it needs to be in double quotation. Double values can have precision point, and when I initialize a variable of integer type, then I need to specify the data type as int. So different data types can show different type of values, and associated with it different functions can happen. Thank you.